Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another week of crypto news, crypto updates, price analysis, and let's go ahead and get straight to it. The first thing I want to talk about today, XRP's price is facing a bit of trouble. So the current price we're seeing at is about $1.03. It's almost $1.02.5. So it's pretty low down there. It's marking its worst weekly performance since 2024 after it broke an important multi-year psychological support level. This is a crucial time for the asset, given that the Clarity Act is on pause and ETF inflows have declined. So the question is hitting its lowest level in almost 2 years a problem? And I would say, yeah, it's a bit of a problem because you do have historic moments. You set new record highs. You can also set record lows. We might be in a situation where we're going to see record lows. Just because we've seen significant declines, very rapid declines in the past, does not mean that we cannot go lower. And as it is right now, it's retesting around that dollar range. A lot of people, most people it seems, suspect that it will go below $1. As it is right now, it looks like it's trying to hang in there. And with everything that's going on, I think it's very important that we cover what's happening with Japan. The Japanese 2-year bond yield just hit 1.615%, its highest level since March of 1995. Despite the yen intervention and a drop in oil prices, the bond market is trading as if a crisis is imminent in Japan. The United States dollar already strengthening against the Japanese yen despite the recent intervention. And Lucas is pointing out that Besant, who's from the United States government, Besant won't like this. Despite all his efforts, the yen continues to fall. He now faces a falling yen and surging Japanese yields. Both put upward pressure on U.S. yields. Whatever Besant has spent so far, it's clearly not enough. The XRP ledger retires 5 old amendments in the latest upgrade. XRP ledger developers retired 5 long active protocol amendments in XRPLD version 3.3.0. RippleX engineer Mayuka Vadari said the move removes old pre-amendment code but does not affect users or require any action from XRP holders. The network is only dropping older code that described transaction behavior before the feature became active in February 2024. Current clawback rules remain fully in place. XRPL's amendment system requires a proposal to hold over 80% validator support for 2 continuous weeks before activating. Once an amendment has run for 2 years, its old pre-amendment code path can be safely retired from the software. The XRP community splits over plan to store files on chain. XRP ledger developers are debating a proposal to expand transaction memo capacity from 1 kilobyte to about 1.3 megabytes. The change could let users store images, PDFs, music, videos, and software directly on chain. Supporters argue users should have that option if they pay the required fees. Critics warn large files could rapidly increase the ledger's storage demands. Former Ripple developer Matt Hamilton called the proposal a really bad idea. Really bad idea, best use an actual storage network like Filecoin and have a way to link the two, Hamilton noted. And I personally would recommend the same thing. I think that going through a third party, I should say, would probably be the best route because storage can get very, very expensive, cause a lot more issues. Justin, nobody's connecting the dots on real-world assets in the XRP ledger. Tokenized real-world assets on the XRPL just hit $4.06 billion across 373 assets. It was $73 million in January of 2025. The dots up $2.6 billion added in 6 months. The number 2 net RWA inflow of any chain ahead of Stellar and Solana. Just Token's energy token alone represents $2.23 billion. Ondo Finance is running BlackRock-backed treasuries on it. Archax, FCA regulated, brought an ABRDN money market fund. Societe Generale Forge issues its Euro stablecoin there. Ripple just invested in Xylo and Liquido to expand capital markets on it. Every tokenized asset needs one thing, a ledger that settles, 3 to 5 seconds, 24/7 compliance built in. The XRPL has done it for 14 years. The institution clearly noticed. XRP is sitting right on a major area, and we're about to find out which scenario plays out. So the question is, do we hold this $1 support, confirm the double bottom, and complete the W? then send it higher and never see a sub $1 XRP call again? Or does the market have one final trick left? Swipe the liquidity below $1, shake more people out, reclaim it, and then send. Two different paths, same potential destination. Probably find out this week. Well, it's been moving sideways now that everything's been extended out with the Clarity Act. I would not be surprised if this just continues to fall flat. You might have a lot of people getting bored and going off and doing other things. Whether or not this actually makes significant moves, I mean, if something else major happens, we might see it. With what's going on in Japan, I think that could have a major impact. Ripple holds over 50 money transmitter licenses across the United States, surpassing requirements set by the PACE Act, regulatory coverage most competitors cannot match. Meg Nakamura, who serves as COO at Evernorth, she studied at Princeton University, founded Apto Payments, a card issuance platform used by Coinbase, Venmo, and others, and has led the development and expansion of payment infrastructure. Quote, Japan has been ahead of many other markets in recognizing XRP as financial infrastructure, viewing digital assets not as objects of speculation, but as infrastructure that supports society is a belief I personally hold dear, and it lies at the core of Evernorth's philosophy. So a lot of support, a lot of faith in what's going on with XRP. From Vincent Van Code, the Clarity Act's success was never priced into the market. I don't think the majority retail trader actually understands the magnitude of Clarity Act. For tokens like XRP, it is a long-term green light to publicly offer Ripple and XRP-based service, driving demand through liquidity provisioning. Without Clarity Act, it's still going to keep going, except the huge accumulation phase won't begin until months later. The downturn in the market is temporary, as the regular fanboys sell because they didn't 100 times their money overnight. It will pick up again, but expect the Clarity negotiations to cause wild price volatility. What if XRP undergoes repricing between now and September 15th due to the collapse in Japan? And we'll see. XRP is now traded below its July 2025 all-time high of $3.56 for 384 days and sits 71% below that peak today. After all the institutional progress, that's a brutal disconnect between adoption and price. What do you think XRP needs to finally break out? Well, the Clarity Act would be a great start. Robinhood just went all in on the UK. Zero fee crypto trading launching with over 50 coins, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP powered by Bitstamp, plus an AI widget called Cortex Digest that breaks down why prices are moving in plain English. And in addition to that, few crypto companies are authorized to operate across the entire United States. Meanwhile, Ripple Prime is positioning XRP to facilitate institutional transactions within the American economy. In the words of one market commentator, the deal could bring the largest institutional capital and crypto markets together, potentially accelerating adoption of XRP if Ripple successfully integrates its technology into Hidden Road's workflows. And everyone celebrated the wrong half of the ISO 20022 switch. Yes, over 11,000 institutions retired Swift MT and now speak one format. That's the messaging layer. But a message is an instruction, not money. ISO 20022 standardized how banks describe a payment. It did nothing about what actually moves between them. That gap is still filled by pre-funded Nostro accounts and correspondent chains, days of delay, and trapped capital. A common language makes machines agree, it doesn't make value move. Settlements need an asset that clears in seconds, runs 24/7, and belongs to no single bank. The world just finished standardizing the paperwork. XRP is what goes in the envelope. And taking a look at the price movement for XRP, we are down once again. Yesterday closed out red. Here we are, slightly down about half a percentage point at $1.02, 2.5 cents, a little bit below that. We do see a very subtle bounce. There's a little bit of a bottom wick here, but guys, it is getting dangerously close to $1. Just going down here a little bit more, right about there. All right, so we got to keep an eye on this. Last time that we were at $1, we do have to go back in time all the way here to October of 2025. It got pretty close a few days ago. On August 7th, it did get down to about $1.01, but actually trying to bounce off of $1 itself, yeah, we still have quite a bit of ways, so we have to go back. So right now it's holding itself a little bit above. If we do go towards $1, there's definitely going to be fears and concerns that it might flash crash below, dropping down potentially to 86 cents. There might be a lot of people getting liquidated. But keep in mind that if it does drop below $1, if it bounces up, a lot of people might look at long positions and just cause it to start flying up. Now, also, you want to keep an eye on $1.13. That's the key Fibonacci zone. Getting above that. Actually, sorry, that's the median line of the Fibonacci zone. Then it has another run up to $1.40. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Be safe. God bless. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.